Today, I have the absolute pleasure of talking with one of Canada's top real estate visionaries, a true real estate powerhouse, Rob Golfi. The founder of Golfi Team, he isn't just another name in real estate. He's a visionary and an industry leader who has redefined what success looks like in his field. Ranked number one RE/MAX team in Canada and number two worldwide, Rob has built a legacy grounded in marketing, innovation, technology, and world-class client service. From humble beginnings in the Niagara Falls to leading a real estate empire across Southern Ontario, Rob has built his success on innovation, community, and a commitment to excellence. But his story goes far beyond real estate transactions. Rob is a true entrepreneur, the founder of multiple ventures, including Bright Workspace and Golfi Property Management. And if that wasn't enough, he's also the trusted voice behind a top-rated podcast and radio show where he shares real insights, strategies, and honest conversation about the business of real estate and life as an entrepreneur. We'll dive into how he built his brand, the mindset behind his leadership, and what it really takes to sell more by doing more. Please join me in welcoming the man behind one of the biggest real estate brands in Canada, Rob Golfi. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I think we should just end it. That intro was really good. I think we should just end this little talk right now, and I think I'll be happy with that.
You liked it, eh?
Yeah, it was good. Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah.
I remember hearing you speak from stage about a year ago, and you were talking about when you were still living with your parents when you were much younger in Niagara Falls, and saying that you had told your parents that one day you were going to be a millionaire. And your mom said, "Don't let anybody hear you say that. They're going to think you're nuts."
Yeah. I remember my mom, God bless her, she passed away a couple years ago. But I remember telling her that, and I think I was about 19 years old, and I was full of piss and vinegar. And I said, "Ma, I'm going to be a millionaire one day." And she goes, "Stop talking like that. People think you're crazy." And my dad said, "Let him do what he wants to do," right? And I understand where my mom came from, because she came from a small little village in Sicily, and nobody was a millionaire there. And so to her, it was other people that were wealthy, and it wasn't in her horizon to see any of her kids to be that way. But I was. But thank God my dad was always supportive, and my mom, she was supportive, but she just didn't realize, that anybody can get to that level. And a millionaire back then is like, wow, there wasn't many back then. There's more now. Everybody has $1 million house. Everybody's a millionaire now. So you got to say multi-millionaire. So
right.
But yeah, no, it was yeah. And it's funny. I'll never forget that. But I'm sure she forgot, because it was important to me. It wasn't probably important to her to remember that moment. I don't know. I never asked her. I should have before she passed.
Well, it was kind of a statement that you said, and you put it out in the universe. It's like
Yes.
You knew from a young age that you were very driven, and
Yeah, I was very driven, and you know what? The drive doesn't leave you. It stays with you, because I've always been. I was always full of energy. One thing is I've ADD, ADHD, so I'm hyperactive. And so I'm that guy that's always running around. Like even today at my age, I run up the stairs and I run down the stairs. And there's nobody in the office. They can't believe I do that. Like the energy level that I have, and I don't know. It's just, I think it's in my DNA. It's not something you can learn. It's not something. It's just, I look at all my cousins, and I don't know any of them that has the energy level that I have. And it's just, I just think you're born with it. Yeah. I think it also has to do with the moons. I follow zodiac signs.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I'm very much into it. Yeah.
That's not something I knew about you.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. Yeah, I follow that. So, what sign are you?
I'm a Leo. I'm a double Leo. Apparently
Leo.
there's two ways of...
Leo is October? No.
August.
August. Yes. Middle of August or?
Yeah, 12th.
Oh yeah, okay. I gotta research that. So I know about a really good. I know about 3 or 4 of them really good. Yeah, the different traits. And if you read about an Aries,
Okay.
in April, if you read about an Aries, that's me exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, the zodiac sign of an Aries. I follow it online and stuff like that. I see. Oh yeah, that's how I am. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we know that you've had a lot of successful business ventures.
Mm-hmm.
Has it always been that way? Have you always had the Midas touch? Everything you touch turns to gold?
No. I've had some failures. Trust me, I've had some doozies out there. I was in my early 20s in the 90s, and the 90s were tough years, and I think we're kind of experiencing that right now. The same economic landscape that we're in right now. Just different styles. Like, we got tariffs. Interest rates are lower. Back in the 90s, interest rates were 8 to 12%. But we're experiencing that right now. And I did start different businesses, and I lost the bulk of my money. I made a lot of money buying real estate in the very late 80s.
Okay. I
bought a lot of real estate. People couldn't believe how much I was buying. I went to these no down payment seminars. Tom Vu. I'm not sure if you remember Tom Vu.
I do remember Tom Vu.
Ed Buckley. I did everything. I even Tony Robbins. All that. I was into motivational and real estate seminars, and it's like today's version is Grant Cardone version of it. And I went to the seminars. I had mastermind groups. I was buying real estate. I had no fear. I was like, I bought one and I haven't closed on that yet. And then I bought another one, and it was chaos. But I wasn't afraid of, I'm used to chaos. I wasn't afraid of chaos. And then I ended up deciding that I wanted to sell everything, and I wanted to open up a wholesale beauty supply company that supplied hair salons, from all the furniture to the products that they have. And I was trying to get the Schwarzkopf line. Most women know about Schwarzkopf. Mm-hmm. And so I kept dumping money in. Literally, I had my house paid for when I was 23, 24, and I had pretty close to $300,000 in the bank. That's a lot of money back then. I was on the verge of becoming a millionaire back then, and that was pretty tough fate. But then I started putting all my money into this business. But the recession was just killing me. And I kept pouring more money in. So I depleted all my savings, and then I ended up starting remortgaging my house. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I finally get the Schwarzkopf line, and I was beat up, tired, burnt out. And if I maybe stayed in, but I hardly had any money left. If I stayed in with that Schwarzkopf line, that could have turned my business around and would have made a big difference. Because I'd say, 70% of the salons back then, maybe more, were using Schwarzkopf as a hair color. I know Coldwell was a hair color back then, Schwarzkopf, Wella, but Schwarzkopf was one of the big hair colors that people would be using.
So was it just investing in real estate and
I did all real estate. Then I got into business. I lost all my money in business, and then all the years I did everything. Amway, I did.
I remember you saying Amway.
Amway, and I did. I sold candies. I had earrings on consignment, picnic tables. Import-export business, faxing. Fax machine just came out, and I was sending out faxes to China. They would send me, the little electric razor that looks like a razor. It's electric. You can shave now, it's electric.
Right. Yep.
That was just coming out back then, and I was trying to get it, and I went to this store called the Sharper Image in the United States, trying to kind of come up with a store like that in Canada. And then there was one time I wanted to open up a yogurt store, because yogurt was a big thing, just starting to get out.
I remember that.
I did so many different things. I had my own Hamilton Burlington Business to Business journal. I had a coupon book. I did Yeah, all sorts of things. And I did I try to sell my mom's sauce recipe with meatballs on the National Enquirer. I did it. I'll never forget. Back then, it was $400 just for one little classified ad. I did it for 2 weeks. It cost me $800.
Did
I think that was
anybody buy your
800
mom's
US.
sauce?
Yeah, a few people, not many. So those classified ads in the National Enquirer don't work. So I learned the hard way, but you had to do it. You had to do it.
So tell me about Amway. Is that where you learned to like contact people? Were you cold calling?
Yeah, no, you know what I learned about Amway? Amway is there's two businesses in Amway. One was the learning to sell Amway, and what they taught you was you got to listen to tapes, read books, and go to functions, right? And what I found about it with the group and the mass of people, they were more interested in selling me tapes, reading,
Right.
buying their books, and going to their functions. And I said, you know what, this business is more about that than it is about Amway. So I was in it for about 9 months, and then and usually when I get in, I go in and all hard. And I realized the success, it's harder, it's very difficult for Amway to be successful. It seemed like more people were making money on selling the tapes than they are
Right.
making money on Amway. Building your like a downline. So
It's kind of like a pyramid. Right?
yeah, multi-level marketing. So I got out of that, but what I learned from Amway, and this is is you got to listen to tapes, read books, and go to functions. Now you listen to podcasts, read books, and go to functions. So it's the same thing, and that's how, I think if you're going to be successful, you have to go to functions. You have to, listen to podcasts, or, and you have to, read books. You got to, to stay sharp in this business.
It's the continuous learning.
You don't stop learning. You don't. I'm always looking for different ideas. I go online, try to see, I'll type in real estate, Australia, real estate Italy, real estate Japan, like just see what they're doing that maybe that I might pick up. And sometimes I pick up things from that are individual agents, that what they're doing, and implement it as part of my team with the real estate team. And it's amazing. You learn from the small guy, but you also learn from the big guy, and like the big teams, the massive, super teams that are in the U.S.
Do you have an example of that?
There's so many. I remember I went and saw, what's his name, the Duncan duo, Andrew Duncan in Tampa. I sat with him. I saw another guy in Atlanta. Another agent, he gave me all his stuff, and we implement some things. You have to make it fit your personality.
Right.
Like you cannot copy somebody else's system to the T. You have to take what you feel comfortable with your personality and then implement it with your business. And like right now we have our home warranty. Anybody that buys a house from us has a home warranty.
Wow.
So if an appliance breaks down, furnace breaks down, sump pump, anything to do, washing machine, whatever. If there's any problems, they get a 1-year guaranteed warranty from the Golfi team.
That's excellent.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be our house that you buy. It can be any house you buy. If you have a listing and one of my agents or myself brings an offer in on your house and we put a deal together, when the deal closes, they have a Golfi home warranty program for a 1-year free home warranty.
So whether it's you're the listing agent or the buyer agent?
It could be your listing, it could be our listing, it doesn't matter. If they buy a house through us, they got a home warranty. Any house.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, nobody else is doing it. So it took us about 6 months to actually implement it, because we wanted to make sure legally we have everything covered, because there's always people going to take advantage, so we have to make sure we cover everything. But you know what, we've got I remember this one lady, she had a problem. I put a home inspection clause. We sold her house in Welland, and she bought in north end of Hamilton, and I put the home inspection clause in there. She didn't do it. She didn't want to pay for it. I'm like, I don't know why. And anyway, so she moved in and she had all these plumbing problems. And I said, listen, I'm going to get my plumber there. And I called my plumber. I says, hey, once you hit $1,000 on this, I says, that's it. So I said, and then she kept calling me like, the fridge is broken. This is broken. I said, listen, I've helped you. You didn't do a home inspection. And if you did a home inspection, maybe you wouldn't have bought the house or whatever. And but anyway, she was really pleased that what I did for her, what she was happy with. So the home warranty, it's important because nobody knows, even though you're buying a house, nobody knows what you're faced with. We don't replace appliances though. We fix them. If they're not fixable, well, I guess they have to buy a new fridge or whatever.
Well, it's definitely a great system to increase a buyer's confidence if they're going to,
Absolutely. It's confident when they come in there, they're buying a house with us. Yeah. It's just an added value. That's all. Just another added value. Yeah. I mean, in this market, you need as much weapons as possible to get clients to call you.
So you got licensed in 1999.
Yeah, late 1998 it was, and 1999. Yeah.
1999.
Yeah.
And I got licensed in 2002.
Yeah. I remember.
Right.
I remember our deal vividly.
Right. So 1 year after I got licensed, in February 2023, I listed a property at 18 Benamar Court in Hamilton.
Yeah.
And I decided to pull the listing.
Oh, let me look at this.
You want to look at it?
Yeah, let me look. I was looking for it the other day.
So there it is. It says listing salesperson, Milena, buyer agent.
I remember this house.
Rob Golfi.
Yeah.
I remember you always brought up the house with all the
shoes.
The house with all the shoes. You kept bringing it up.
Yeah, and it's funny. The funny thing is, I was shocked when I met your clients that you're still friends with them.
I am still friends with them.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's awesome. Yeah.
It's all about maintaining relationships, right?
Now, was that your first deal?
No, I don't think so.
But it was your first year.
It was my first year. Absolutely.
And I remember I knew, I beat you up pretty good. You know what? I was what you are today.
What?
So you are a tough negotiator. You're a tough negotiator.
You did not beat me up.
I did beat you up. I knew because I took advantage of you then.
Wow.
Because I knew you were new and I took advantage.
Now it's all coming out, right? Yeah. I don't think it was that bad. It says here that the listing price was $299 and the sold price was $208. Listing to sale price 95%. I don't think 95%
is good.
Eating me up.
Yeah. What? It is 95%. I guarantee if you bring up all your listings that you sold, I bet you today you're between 98 to 99% list to sale ratio. I know you're tough. You're a tough negotiator. So I know you're a good agent. I know you're a tough negotiator. You work hard for your clients, and I was working hard for my clients, but I knew you were new because I think we talked about it that you were new. And I took advantage of that.
Well,
it's okay. It's good. We all learn, right? We all learn.
You do what you got to do when you got to do it. I guess. I guess that's how it works.
But yeah, it was funny though. I remember the house vividly. I do. I remember doing the deal with you. And I remember, that I was really pushing hard. I was pushing hard, and we were both trying to get a deal together, but I was pushing really hard. I was using my psychological little lines on you to get a better deal. On saying, hey, listen, this house is worth this much. The other house sold down around the corner. Was that? Like I really used every tool in the toolbox trying to get a good price for my clients.
Well, there you go. Well, at least we made it happen.
That's it. Yeah, that's good. Your clients are still happy.
They are.
Yeah, perfect.
They're great.
Yeah, awesome.
So tell me what drives you. I mean, you've pushed through some earlier businesses that have failed, and yet you just keep coming back. You persevere, you persist.
Yeah, I've been beat up pretty bad in the 90s. I got beat up, kicked to the curb, and I got up and brushed myself off and kept pushing. You know what? I love I don't know if it's more the money or the success.
Okay.
I don't know what's more driving me. I'm not. I do like making money. I do. There's no doubt.
Everybody likes making money.
I do like nice things, no doubt. But it's not. But it's not what. Like. I'm not. Because I look at my one self. I'm a very easygoing, giving guy. So if I was not giving, then I'd be. It's more money hungry. But I'm more. I think it's just more the success. You know what I mean? I think I look at the success more, but the money does follow when you have success. So,
of course.
So it's.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'd say that's what it is.
But I just love what I do, and I just keep going, and I'll probably do it for probably to the day I die. So.
Well, you love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not work right now. I'm running 3-4 different companies. And I'm shifting gears every time. Like I got a property management company, and I got a co-workspace company, and we're working with a couple of people that want to partner up with us. So we have a location in Oakville that we may have a large Oakville co-workspace. We're going to do revenue share there. So basically, they have the facility, we have the brand, and we have the knowledge. And so we have a third meeting happening the next couple weeks. We had Regis was trying to do something with us. I'm not sure if you ever heard of Regis co-workspace. They're fairly large. I think the largest in the world, or if not North America. And we just didn't like their plan. We didn't. So I mean, that still might be on the table down the road, but right now we just put that on hold.
Just didn't fit your
No,
your
it
model.
didn't. Yeah. So, yeah.
So you have been really successful, and yet a lot of realtors aren't. So what do you think is the biggest mistake agents make in the business that causes them not to succeed?
Hard work.
Wow.
They're not willing to work hard. Hard work wins all the time. It doesn't matter. Hard work wins. If you work hard, you're gonna. It doesn't matter how smart that guy is, how much whatever that talent somebody else. If you have hard work in you, if you're going to work hard, you're going to win. There's no doubt about it. And I knew that when I was probably in my high school years. I knew that if I want to be wealthy and successful, I would have to work hard.
That's
So
what you
hard
told
work,
your mom.
Hard work wins. Yeah.
When you were 19.
Yeah.
You were going to make it.
Hard work wins all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in addition to hard work, is there any advice you would give realtors to help them succeed?
Follow the trends. Go to the functions. Follow the trends. Like I remember when I started in real estate, I would implement new different ideas. And I saw some of the agents that were, doing their big teams when I started. They kept doing the same thing for 10 to 20 years. But I would change, and I slowly caught up to them and passed them. But they were still doing the same marketing, same thing. And I think that's how they fell behind, and that's how I slingshot ahead of them. They didn't implement with time and technology as fast as I did.
So just being more innovative.
Yeah, like right now, AI is huge. And so I've got guys on my team, in the media department. They know everything about AI, but it's changing so fast, even fast for them. So we're using AI all the time, and it is moving so quick, and you have to be on the ball with it. And usually older people, they're not going to be into it as much because unless they have kids or unless they have kids working with them, younger people working with them. So I always like hiring younger people because I know I'll stay with the trend with younger people. If I hire a bunch of 50 to 60, 70-year-old guys, they're not going to be interested in learning technology. You know what I mean? So
yeah, some are, but you're right. Probably.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone.
Exactly, exactly, and then they have to keep up to me. There's guys in my office. They can't even I run up and down the stairs. One time I saw one guy. He actually tried to pass me up going because I got a wide.
Is that
stair.
how you get all your steps?
Yeah, I get a lot of steps in. But does a step still count if you do every second step? Does that count as 2 steps or 1 step still?
I think when you climb, you actually, if you're wearing a watch that's monitoring your steps, I think it actually counts as more steps.
Because I usually go up 2 steps at a time.
Do you actually monitor your steps?
No, I used to, and I don't anymore. And but I go up 2 steps and I go down 2 steps at a time, and you can hear the whole house shakes. My office shakes. So one time, I'll tell you a story. Can I jump on the story here?
Of course.
So we have 2 staircases in my office, and one's the back staircase. And when I go down, it's boom, 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 and the whole place shakes. So anyway, one of the girls on our team years ago, she fell down the stairs, and it sounded like the way I would go down the stairs. Nobody even jumped and try to save this girl.
Oh no!
Right? And she goes, "Help! Help!" And everybody thought it was me just going up and down the stairs. And meanwhile, she was like rolling down.
Oh,
and
no.
they're long staircases. This is a 10,000 square foot property. You know? Hey, buddy.
So when I'm coaching realtors, one of the things that I found that is consistent in their statistics when we track where their leads come from is that 75% of their business actually comes from repeat and referral business.
Yeah.
So what you had said before about getting out there and networking is it's not so much about the transaction as having that relationship with them and continuing the relationship. And that's, I think, what keeps a lot of realtors going for a long time.
For sure. Taking care of them. Taking care of them. A good way right now for a new agent to build business is doing leases. Because it's a grind out there right now. And so if they're doing a lease, I mean, you're building a clientele, you're making a little bit of money. It's almost the same paperwork.
Right.
Almost the same paperwork.
It is.
Like we do over 500 leases a year.
Really?
Yeah, surprise. So,
Wow.
so I mean, if you add that all up, it adds up to a good income. We have one guy, he does about, I think he did 17 leases, I'm not sure if last month or the month before. This guy does at least 10 leases a month. He does over 100 leases a year, just one guy. We have a full-time leasing team. And now, out of those leases, right now, it's about 10% will probably buy a house or even sell a house. Now, when the market gets better, that 10% turns into probably 20%. You know, the tenants will end up buying a house, and the landlords end up selling or buying another house. So I'm telling you, anybody that's getting in this business right now out of school, they're all focused. They want to make the big dollars and make that big commission. I'm telling you, do the leases. The money will come eventually. Do the leases. You'll stay in business. You'll last longer, and you'll kill it in the future.
Well, if you do enough of them, like you said, he did 17. I mean,
in 1 month.
Yeah, that's like if you don't have a house to sell, that's pretty good. That's pretty good income.
And we double end most leases.
Right.
So you know how leases work. 50% of the let's say it's a $2,800. Let's say it's a $3,000 month rent. So that's what the landlord pays, $3,000, because that's what we charge. So what happens is if another agent brings in a lease, and if they qualify, the credit report works out and everything, we give them half of that $3,000,
right.
And then our office keeps the other half. Well, we end up double ending a lot, and so we actually make the $3,000, and
because most agents don't want to work.
They don't want to work it,
and so you do end up double ending.
We end up double ending a lot, and years ago, I didn't have a leasing team. We had a few people doing leases. We tried to shut it down because we were getting so many calls for leases. We're like, take anything off that says leases, rental, anything on our website, anything. And it was still coming in. People were calling us, please lease my house. And so we try to shut it down. And then after we finally got some people that wanted to do it, Like I said, this year we'll have over 500 leases we'll be doing. Yeah,
That's a lot.
That's a big business.
Yeah.
Like you'd be amazed. And if you're a Toronto agent doing lease, those rentals in Toronto are huge. Like, you know what I mean? So you can make some big dollars in a tough market. This is a tough market right now. It's a grind. So if you're a new agent and you're listening to this, I'm telling you, do leases. If you want to find out more about it, contact Milena, contact you. They can get a hold of me or get a hold of me. But leases, I'm telling you, as a new agent, they should do that.
Yep.
That's my sales pitch.
That's your sales pitch. Well, I heard that there's this big mural of you on a building downtown.
Yeah.
How big is this mural?
It's 110 feet wide.
110 feet wide.
Yeah, and it's up. And,
of Rob doing this.
Yeah. So they actually came to me, and so I sponsored it. And I really didn't have the budget to do it, but I didn't want anybody else to be on there. So they.
But it's a charity, right?
Yeah, I'm helping artists live. Like so. So I made a deal with them, and so all that paint that they're painting with, I paid for it. There's other sponsors too, but they came to me. So I had to get the approval with the city.
Really?
Yeah, they said we can't have any logos like Golfi Team, Remax.
Okay.
My name couldn't be on there. It's just the picture of me, and they approved it. The city approved it. Yeah, and it helped artists. We put food on the table for the artists and stuff like that. So they got paid. Like they have to live, right? So so it helped them. We were getting a little bit of a blowback from it when it first started happening. But then when people found out that I was supporting the artists in Hamilton, then people kind of appreciated that I did that.
Yeah, that was great. So you said that it's important to read a lot.
Yeah.
And
I listen to Audible books more than read.
Audible books. Me too. I listen to Audible all the time. So is there a specific book that you've read or a quote or a movie line that kind of has shaped the way you think?
Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah. That was probably one of the first books that I read when I was probably 19, 20 years old. That's a great book. And it tells you to read it 3 times. So I've probably read it 3 or 4 times. I had the book, the tapes, when it came out, the tapes, the CDs, and I've had the Audible. That's how many times I went through that book. And everything that book said would happen and could happen, happened to me. Everything. You read that book basically described what I would go through in my life, and I did. Like I was 20 years old when I read that book, or 19 years old. When I read that book, I'm like, holy, like now I look back and I go, wow, I experienced everything that this Napoleon Hill said I would experience. Crazy. Yeah,
he has another book too, but I have read 2 of his books, but now I'm going to go back and read that one again.
That's a great book. Great book. Yeah. One of the, it's nothing changes. It's all how your mind is, how people are, and everything. It's a great book.
The foundations of business.
Yeah.
You said if you went back in the book, so if you could go back to your young self when you were 19, what would you say to 19-year-old Rob?
You know what? I probably would have went slower because I have no fear. I jump in. But the thing is, I know fast. I know real quick. I'm that guy that goes in fast, jumped in, implemented, and if there was mistakes, let's say if it's not good, I knew how to pivot before somebody would even make a decision to start. That's how fast I operate. And sometimes I react too quick, and it's made me money, and sometimes it's hurt me. So, but I've made mistakes before even people started thinking about even doing something.
Well, they say if you don't win, you learn.
Yeah.
So there's really no such thing as...
Yeah, I can tell you, because I started so many businesses, I can tell if a business is going to make it or not. I can. I had a friend that started an app, and I didn't want to kill his thunder, kill his excitement.
Right.
But I didn't believe in the app. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere, and he put close to $500,000 in this thing.
Wow.
And I just what do you tell? What do you tell somebody? You don't want to be the guy that has a negative attitude, right?
Right.
So after he got about 90% done, he wanted me to check it out. I just said to him, I don't think my team would ever use this. It had to do with real estate. So I don't think it took off. And he put a lot of money into it. I could have told him something, I don't think this is going to work. But one, I'd be a negative person. And if, let's say he did listen to me, I would be the person that didn't support him. But at least he did it. He learned, it cost him, but I knew it wasn't going to work. Because I've had such a lot of pain in running businesses and successful and non-successful, I can tell a business if it's going to make it or not. I can just go in, ask a few questions, and see. And I can walk into a restaurant. I can tell if it's going to make it or not just by talking to the owner. I go, this guy's not going to last another 3 months. I can just tell from the pain in his eyes, just some things that he's saying and everything.
You are very intuitive.
Oh, very, very. I don't act like it, but I do know what's going on in my surroundings. I act like I act like I'm just things are good, this and that. But I know.
Plus the Zodiac tells you stuff.
Yeah, I'm always aware of my surroundings. I'm always aware of my surroundings. Always. Yeah.
So tell me, if your life had a theme song, what would it be?
I don't know. What songs are there? Okay. I don't know. Was it Finally Made It? I don't know. Is there anything that shows pain and suffering and then success? So I don't know.
Maybe some country song.
I don't know. Yeah, could be. Yeah, I gotta think about that. That'd be that's a good question. I don't know what song I would put. I don't know songs that well.
We'll put our heads together and we'll come up with one.
When it comes up on the radio one day, I'll call you. I'll text you. I know the song. That's it. Yeah.
Wow, what an incredible conversation with Rob Golfi. From his humble beginnings in Niagara Falls to becoming one of the most influential real estate leaders in Canada, Rob's story is a true masterclass in vision, perseverance, and staying ahead of the curve. What really stands out is his unwavering commitment, not just to success, but to service, innovation, and community. Rob continues to prove that doing more really does mean achieving more. If you'd like to connect with Rob, learn more about being part of the Golfi team, or check out the Golfi Real Estate Show for current market updates, visit robgolfi.com. Rob, thank you so much for joining us, and your passion has been really contagious.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
If today's episode inspired you, share it with someone who's ready to level up, to keep learning from leaders that are making it happen. Make sure to follow and subscribe to this channel, and until next time, keep striving, keep learning, and as Rob says, sell more by doing more. Thanks for listening.